Right now, I need you to pay attention because what I'm about to tell you could make your stomach drop. There are men watching this who already feel something is off in their relationship, but they can't prove it. They can't explain it. And deep down, they feel a little crazy just for noticing. Stick with me, because by the end, you might see your relationship completely differently and finally understand the quiet signs most men miss. Welcome to Love Psychology, where we explore the hidden patterns and secrets of relationships. Today, we're diving into the subtle signs that emotional distance is creeping in. Things most men miss but can completely change how you see your relationship. Her face looks calm, normal, safe. But inside, something feels off. It's not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet whisper that something has changed. Men rarely talk about this feeling because society taught them that trusting their gut is insecure, controlling, paranoid. But here's the truth most people won't admit. Your intuition is not the enemy. It's your early warning system. In my work as a psychologist, I've seen thousands of relationships break, long before the breakup actually happens. The emotional distance starts small. Subtle shifts, tiny changes in language. Words change before actions do. That's why this matters. When a woman starts investing emotionally elsewhere, she doesn't announce it. She doesn't flip a switch. She slowly shifts her energy away from you, and her words follow quietly. This isn't about blaming women or creating fear. It's about awareness. The men who suffer the most are the ones who ignore the signs until the damage is done. When emotional loyalty shifts, the mind protects itself from guilt, conflict, or being seen as bad. Instead of honesty, the subconscious builds distance. And distance has a voice, a soft, polite, harmless voice. But once you learn to recognize it, you can't unhear it. The biggest mistake men make is waiting for clear proof. A confession, betrayal, something undeniable. But psychology doesn't work like that. Humans reveal truth in patterns, repeated phrases, emotional tone, small, consistent changes. Today, I want to focus on 5 specific words that often appear when emotional loyalty starts shifting. Words that sound normal, harmless, and that many men ignore until it's too late. Listen carefully, not with fear or anger, but with awareness. Awareness gives you power. Power brings clarity. Clarity protects your future. The first word we need to talk about is one of the most misunderstood signs in modern relationships, and almost every man misses it. That word is busy. Now, this word alone isn't a red flag. Everyone gets busy. Life gets messy. Work gets demanding. That's normal. But psychology is about patterns, not single moments. When emotional energy starts moving away, availability changes before behavior becomes obvious. When someone is emotionally invested in you, they don't suddenly become less busy. They get creative with their time. They text at lunch, call on the drive home, send little messages to stay connected. They find ways. When connection is strong, people make time, no matter what. But when attention moves elsewhere, minutes become expensive. Replies get slower, plans harder to make, conversations shorter, energy lower. Busy becomes the emotional buffer that explains distance without revealing the truth. Emotional withdrawal rarely feels dramatic. It feels logical, justified, even innocent. She may truly believe she's stressed and needs space. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Emotional intimacy builds romantic attraction. Before desire appears, comfort grows. The brain bonds through being understood, through sharing, through listening. When emotional sharing increases with someone new, it naturally decreases elsewhere. Emotional energy is limited. That's why friend becomes a shield, not necessarily because she's lying, but because she genuinely sees it as innocent at first. No one wakes up planning emotional betrayal. It happens slowly, quietly, through repeated emotional exchanges that feel harmless. A conversation, then another, then daily chats, private jokes, and eventually emotional reliance. In a healthy connection, your partner becomes your safe place, your comfort zone. Stress used to bring you closer, now it pushes her away. No matter how supportive you are, the distance grows. Psychologically, when emotional energy moves elsewhere, the brain starts linking relief and comfort to the new connection. This isn't always conscious, but habits change. She vents to someone else, shares wins with someone else, laughs first with someone else. You slowly move from being the emotional home to being the emotional responsibility. Responsibilities feel heavy when excitement lives somewhere else. Stress becomes a safe explanation for distance, protecting her from guilt or conflict. Men often work harder to compensate. More understanding, more patience, more accommodation. But effort alone can't fix emotional distance caused by redirected energy. Effort doesn't create desire, emotional excitement, or novelty. Those come only from genuine emotional choice. When they don't, the relationship feels one-sided. That brings us to the final word: change. I've changed. Things have changed. I feel different now. It sounds soft, but carries heavy meaning. Change isn't about habits or routines. It's about identity. Emotional connection is built on shared worlds, jokes, routines, dreams, the version of yourself you exist as together. When change enters, it signals that version of her inside the relationship is fading. You feel it before you fully understand it. Laughter, excitement, emotional warmth, they aren't the same. Men start asking painful questions. What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? Could I have stopped this? Emotional distance usually isn't caused by one mistake. It's emotional drift. Slow, quiet, gradual. Drift happens when people stop choosing each other daily. Not because one person is bad, but because attention, energy, and focus shift. Relationships survive on emotional focus. Your value doesn't come from chasing someone emotionally walking away. Your value comes from noticing when emotional reciprocity disappears and choosing yourself with the same energy you once gave. You deserve mutual effort, mutual excitement, mutual presence. If this video feels familiar, don't panic or react with anger. React with awareness and calm strength. Have honest conversations. Ask direct questions. Watch actions more than promises. And most importantly, never abandon self-respect to save a connection. The strongest relationships aren't built on guessing. They are built on honesty, clarity, and mutual emotional choice. The truth is, relationships don't break overnight. Emotional distance grows quietly, in small shifts that are easy to miss. The goal isn't to blame yourself or overthink every word, but to understand the patterns and protect your own self-respect. You deserve a relationship where effort, attention, and emotional presence are mutual. If you notice the signs we talked about today, don't panic. Stay aware, have honest conversations, and choose yourself with the same care and energy you once gave. Awareness, honesty, and clarity are what keep relationships strong. And even if things change, your self-respect stays intact. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future insights on relationships. And comment below with the word aware if this video opened your eyes, so I know you're ready to understand the hidden signs in love.